I get your face in news that they show them how you are manipulating your system.
Like and subscribe right now or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. TLC's show My 600-Pound Life has been featuring morbidly obese individuals since 2012, as they want to create a change in their life by being a part of their weight loss journey, to reduce their weight just to be healthier. As viewers, we have seen so many inspirational stories of participants who turned their lives around by seeking help from the famous bariatric surgeon Dr. Nazaradan, aka Dr. Now. Well, stay tuned until the end of the video, as today we are going to look back on the most wild My 600-Pound Life moments that will blow your mind. LaShonta White. In Season 7, LaShonta got featured on the show. When she first met Dr. Now in Houston, she weighed 662 pounds, and because of her weight, she had been bedridden for 2.5 years. Throughout her whole appointment sessions, she, a mother of 4, kept promising she'd never disappoint Dr. Now and would stick to the diet, but God knows what made her change her mind. As she didn't keep up her own promise even to herself because she started making a lot of lame excuses. Well, after the first appointment, when LaShonta eventually came back after 6 months, she looked quite out of shape as she was in quite a worse condition. Therefore, due to her severe condition because of her health issues, Dr. Now decided to keep her in the hospital for a month. Then he discharged LaShonta after assigning her a weight loss goal of 100 pounds in 2 months. But do you know, when she came back, she had only lost 3 pounds, so Dr. Now said to her that she should quit her program. However, LaShonta kept asking him to give her another chance. But the bariatric surgeon didn't listen to her. He told her that she could start again after losing 50 pounds on her own. You must be thinking that Dr. Now might have seemed a little too strict to her, but it was actually a wake-up call, because otherwise, she would keep making excuses. And that way was the only tactic that could make her understand that trying to manipulate everyone around her wouldn't be a good gesture that could help her to lose weight. When she came back to Dr. Now, eventually after that strict warning, she finally managed to shed the weight and he happily welcomed her back to the program. Joe Wexler. Weighing 800 pounds, Joe Wexler was known as one of Dr. Now's heaviest patients whose struggles to lose weight was nothing short of astonishing and impressive. Actually, he never thought of living this sort of life before coming on this show as he is living today. But even before meeting with Dr. Now, he managed to lose 140 pounds on his own. All credits go to Joe, as he did all this before seeking help from Dr. Now or before undergoing his gastric bypass surgery. He was so determined to change his life that he turned his life totally by staying on the healthy path. Finally, achieving milestones after milestones, he finally underwent skin removal surgery and ultimately lost 500 pounds and started driving again. Well, we know that success does attract success, so that was the case with Joe Wexler, as in his follow-up episode, Joe shared that things got serious with a woman whom he was dating named Sarah. So they both tied knots, and now he is still working on himself by taking online courses, and he is landing a job in the IT sector. Melissa Morris. Viewers met Melissa Morris in the first ever episode of the show. She was the one who weighed an incredible 653 pounds at that time. In fact, she was so big in size and was so helpless that was forced to ride around on a scooter while grocery shopping, as she couldn't travel because of weight. Therefore, she barely even got out of her home or got into her car. That's why she hadn't visited her family in several years. But after undergoing weight loss surgery with the help of Dr. Now, over the course of a few years, Melissa ultimately dropped down to an amazing 157 pounds by losing nearly 500 pounds. Isn't it impressive and motivational? By the way, after 12 years of trying to get pregnant and after suffering several setbacks, Melissa made things better and finally became a mother. We all know that losing the weight was a huge struggle for her already, but becoming a mother of 3 after all that drawbacks was a big struggle. Despite all the pregnancies she had and gaining some of the weight back, she always managed to control her weight and even her marriage. But sadly, everything fell apart when she found out that her husband had been talking to women online for years. But no worries, as today, Melissa is a bigger star as she works as a motivational speaker, telling her story to inspire others to start their weight loss to create a change in their lives. Paula Jones. In 2014, When Paula Jones was 39 years old, she appeared on the show just after 1 year of her husband's death. His death was a very tragic and powerful motivation for her, as her husband passed away from obesity-related complications weighing 600 pounds, and her weight wasn't much less than her husband, 542 pounds. She was worried that as her late husband, if she faced the same fate then, and so her kids had to live on their own. Therefore, she decided to move to finally deal with her obesity issue and to be near Dr. No's office with her 4 kids from Georgia to Houston, Texas. Along her journey and during the most stressful days of her life, she faced multiple challenges and she gained 17 pounds more. Well, when she worked out for the first time, she rewarded herself with a burrito, as she felt that was quite harder for her. In early 2015, fortunately, she lost weight and dropped down to 269 pounds. According to Women's World magazine, after some time, she got amazing results and lost 400 pounds. Even after her surgery, her relationship with her kids has quite improved, and now she is the one who tries to teach them to eat healthy. Nikki Webster. Well, weighing at 649 pounds, Nikki first appeared in My 600-Pound Life, and her overweight was the actual reason that was affecting her career in costume design. She shared on the show that when she wakes up, she can hardly wait to start eating. Her parents were the ones who were taking care of her, but finally, after getting gastric bypass surgery, due to Nikki's struggle and determination, she eventually managed to turn her life around, as she ultimately lost the stunning 450 pounds after the surgery. She changed her whole physique so amazingly that she could hardly believe that she did it. Later, after that, Nikki revealed that it had been the hardest thing she had ever imagined to do in her life, but she finally did. It was also the most rewarding that now she could finally handle her things on her own and even become able to take care of her disabled brother Chris, which had been one of her biggest goals. Olivia Cruz. Back in 2014, when we first met Olivia Cruz, she weighed 578 pounds and was almost entirely dependent upon her family for all kinds of activities related to her daily workload, as such activities require mobility. In her mother's basement, she was living there and felt trapped by her situation. But after so many struggles, she finally managed to turn things around with the help of Dr. No within 3 years. Olivia managed to lose about 65% of her peak body weight, that was a stunning 380 pounds, putting her near the top of My 600-Pound Life weight loss by percentage. However, she struggled to get skin removal surgery after her extreme weight loss and after suffering some drawbacks. But she never gave up and eventually fulfilled her biggest dream by becoming a chef to make food for other people. Christina Phillips. However, Christina was only 22 years old when she appeared on the show, weighing in at 640 pounds. Well, her life had gotten to a point where she would prefer to only leave the house at 3 a.m., as it was unlikely that you would bump into people at midnight. When she was a child, Christina had started gaining weight as her parents used to fight a lot, and she made up her mind that she had to protect her younger siblings. By that devastating time, she was 17 and already close to 400 pounds. But when she turned 18, things got really bad, as at that time she got her first lymphedema. Now Christina, at the age of 22 years old, had to rely on her mother and her husband Zach to take care of her daily activities and even her. Christina struggled a lot, and instead of losing 40 pounds after her first meeting with Dr. No, well, until her next visit, she actually gained 17 pounds, and even after that, things didn't get much better because she was surrounded by people who even brought her fast food into the hospital. After knowing about this, Dr. No had made her commit to stick to a 1,000-calorie diet. However, after her surgery, Christina eventually managed to lose 266 pounds in the first year. After another year later, she finally made things better by moving out of her family's house and by getting separated from her enabler husband, and is now living with her new boyfriend. After that new change in her life, she finally underwent one of the most shocking transformations in the history of the show, and she ended up losing so much weight that Dr. No actually advised her to gain at least 15 pounds back just to be at a more healthy level. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.